is supporting Vande Bharat Express, Amrit Bharat stations, and this data is important. Then the northeastern connectivity recently, Ajol, city of the Mizoram, has connected with the railway network. Okay, so do remember the what exactly the India is second largest railway network, and which state have the largest railway stations in India? Uttar Pradesh. Do remember this factual information, but it will help you to eliminate the answer options. Okay. Now, what is contribution of Indian Railway in India's economy and overall India's social, economic, political development? So, first one, contribution and freight corridors. As we know, the north-south, there are two corridors. One is from the Calcutta to Dadri, then the New Delhi to JNPT. Okay, there are two corridors. This is India's map. You can just have the idea, but do remember this is and recently, if you remember, world's highest height railway bridge, Chenab Bridge, built by India. This is the milestone of Indian Railways. What are the economic? Can anyone tell me economic significance of the Indian Railways? Which public sector enterprise is largest contributing the employment? That is Indian Railways. Okay, around 12 lakh staff. Okay, this is the staff of Indian Railways. Now, economic backbone. First one, even the transportation is there, but employment generation. Then second one is a connectivity, carrying goods, agriculture support. Okay, so these are the economic significance of Indian Railways. You can go through this data, passenger connectivity, logistics support, then the social media integration and everything. Okay, so do remember this. Now tell me one thing, what is importance of Indian Railways for the social integration and overall idea of India? As we know, the most of the India considered as a subcontinent, and UPSC asked the question in earlier ki why India is considered as a subcontinent, geographical factors. Okay, but in economic term, in social term, we have discussed. In social term, what is importance of Indian Railway? Connectivity, cultural connectivity, exchange of the social connectivity, exchange of the social views. If you see a train running from the Trivandrum in the Kerala to the New Delhi, daily exchanging the people, making idea of India, we the people of India. This is the social importance of Indian Railways. The next one is, just think, significance of Indian Railways during Operation Sindhu. Significance of Indian Railways during the disaster. Significance of Indian Railways to reach the last mile, strategic importance, supporting the cargo to the Ladakh region, to the particularly if you see the Manipur region. This is importance, strategic importance of Indian Railways. Do remember economic importance, do remember the social importance, do remember the significant role during the Operation Sindoor and during the national security issues. Even if you see the Chhattisgarh belt, Buxar, the recent line, Gondia Bilaspur line, this shows that this even for the maintenance of the internal security, railway plays very important role. So these are the importance of Indian Railways. Okay, do remember this: environmental sustainability, strategic and security role, urban mobility and tourism. If you remember the tourism sector, Shimla's old railway, then Nilgiri Hills Railway. If you see, I think anyone have watched the Chennai Express, the movie, there the Nilgiri Hills Railway has shown. So this is also contribution of Indian Railways. So now tell me, this is the contribution of Indian Railways. Then what are the key initiatives taken by Government of India? As I discussed, the bio toilet, the national perspective plan, then the electrification of the Indian railway track, the expansion of existing network, providing the safe use of Kavach technology. All these are the initiatives taken by the Government of India to promote the sustainable Indian railways. As we know, around 90% of Indian railway tracks are electrified and man-made crossing has been eliminated. Then this is overall development of this is initiative for the promotion of Indian railway development, PM Gati Shakti plan, the national monetization pipeline. All these provide the financial support to the Indian railways because this is important dimension of overall infrastructure, in that also railway infrastructure. If any question come on the infrastructure, then do mention this national monetization pipeline and then PM Gati Shakti perspective plan. Okay. Then dedicated freight corridors, then Amrit Bharat station scheme. Amrit Bharat station scheme means developing the railway station to make it a sustainable, environmental sustainable, to make it attractive. Okay, and the cost of transportation via railway is very less. Even the operation ratio has recently reduced tremendously. Okay, operation ratio, despite having the Indian Railways is facing the loss, but this despite this loss and everything, Indian operation time ratio has declined tremendously. Okay, now let me technological modernization, green PPP model. Now tell me the 6 pillars of PM Gati Shakti, because this is important, as this is overall the particularly the infrastructure, and you should go through the infrastructure. You will get the PPT of this lecture, means link given in the description. Okay, now tell me what are the challenges in Indian financial stress. As I told, this is a operational ratio. This is current operation ratio, and it was earlier around this much. This has declined, but not that much. Still, if Indian Railway is spending 107 rupees, it is earning just 100 rupees. This is Indian Railways operational ratio. This is one of the challenge making Indian Railways unsustainable. Then the accident, the Balsor in Odisha, recent incidents happened, trajectory. Then the second one is the aging infrastructure and safety gaps. Then slow coverage rollout. These are the importance of issues of Indian Railways. Then the market share decline, then environmental gaps, then high speed railway delays, PSU inefficiencies, and crowd management. Stampede. If you see, there was in 2022, there was stampede happen in railway network in Bombay. Okay, so these are the challenges faced by Indian Railways. Broadly, if you want to classify the issues and challenges faced by Indian Railways, financial strain is there, technology is rudimentary, new technology adaptation is delayed, then the issues of the PSU, because multi-agencies are controlling the Indian Railways. Okay, there was earlier, before 2016, there was a special budget for Indian Railways, but now that budget has merged in our one main budget. So, but that was would be the good idea, keeping the separate budget for railway. No issue. Still, government can improve in government providing financial. Then the facilities provided at the railway station. Then the ticket booking issue is there. Operational cost is there, and the citizen friendly means I would say again travel friendly. Okay, those who are travel friendly environment, safety concerns are there. So all these are the issues faced by Indian Railways nowadays, and even environmental sustainability is also issue, because electrification needs energy generation needs the our most of the energy is generated by more than 50% is generated by the coal. Okay, so environmental sustainability come into picture. Okay, now what are the ways we can do financial reform? The rationalization, Vivek Debroy committee, this do remember, this committee of 2016, this committee suggested tremendous reform in Indian Railways. Okay, and this committee also suggested the reforms in Railway Management Board, because this is the highest authority of Railway Management Board which takes the decision on the behalf of railways. Okay, so there is high centralization of the power. Even the operational zonal level, there are 17 to 18 zones of railway that zonal operation managers can handle. The adaptation of coach technology should be hastened to get reduce the safety concerns. Okay, so this is the financial safety concerns, modernization of coach technology, then fleet corridor diversification, and the technological leap for forging and the sustainable mobility. These are the way forward. By this way, high speed introduction of the Amrit Bharat, introduction of this uh, express trains. Okay, so this can enhance the operational efficiency of the Indian Railways and make Indian Railways profitable venture, and this profitable venture may contribute for India's overall development. Okay, and Indian Railway is not only about the economic significance; it has the political significance, it has the social significance, and to fulfill its social, political, economic responsibility of Indian Railway, these reforms are important. Okay, so do remember recent four projects Indian Railway, what exactly the things. Okay, so you should have the idea ki recent projects, contribution of Indian Railways, issues faced by Indian Railways, and way forward. This should be the of, approach for preparing the Indian Railway topic. Then this is mainly is under GS3 infra, in this also railways. Now this is conclusion. Now I am going to move into our next topic, and next topic is bit different topic, which destroy the infrastructure. Our first topic was to build the infrastructure. Now we are going to discuss the topic which destroy the infrastructure. And what is the topic name? Landslide as a disaster. Why I have taken this topic? Because yesterday there was landslide happen in the Himachal Pradesh, killing 18 people directly. That land mud fall down on the bus, and it led to the killing of the 18 people. Similarly, there was landslide havoc in the Darjeeling district. If you see across the India, landslide in Himachal Pradesh, landslide in Darjeeling, then Wayanad, Raigad. Okay, then the Eastern Ghat also there was a landslide. Okay, but this Himalayan region and Western Ghats are landslide as a geographical phenomena and landslide as a disaster. Okay, in geographical phenomena, we have to study the geographical perspective. We have to study the Himachal Pradesh, Bilaspur, Darjeeling, West Bengal. Okay, let me show you the NDMA. The movement of mass of rock, debris, earth down slope under the influence of the gravity. These four factors are important. Gravity plays the significant role in landslide. Okay, the slope will be like this, flow will be like this, and because of this, the landslide will happen, the mud flow will happen. And do remember there are different types: mud flow, debris flow, earth flow. Okay, solifluction. These are the means particularly terms related to the landslide. And do remember, weathering is different from the landslide. Weathering is a gradual process, landslide is sudden process. Okay, they are the mass movement process, gradual process, sudden process. Do remember this. Rock flow, see, this is the why gravity plays role. From here, these mountains and hilly regions, they are falling the ground because of some drilling, or there are a number of factors, losing the soil and everything. We are going to discuss the causes of landslide, but do remember the triggering the natural or human induced factors. Mass movement is important. Okay, mass movement of rock, okay, debris, okay, and earth down. In this also, if soil is there, content flow of soil, then it is called solifluction. Then particularly ice is there, then it is called avalanche. Okay, so do remember these are different types. Now What factor led to the landslide? Two factors, two major factors: geographical factors on one hand and anthropological factors on. Anthropology, what we are doing in the anthropology as a human being. Geographical, heavy rainfall, precipitation, then particularly the earthquake, volcanoes can lead to the landslide. I have mentioned the examples also. Heavy rainfall, Wayanad 2024 24 incidents. Do mention these examples because these examples will give additional age to you in your answer. Okay, then earthquake, particularly the Nepal earthquake 2015, soil erosion and weathering continuous with Tista River, Sikkim. Recently, only because of this soil erosion and weathering, this phenomena happened in the Darjeeling district of West Bengal. Do remember this. Now, the snow melt and glacial retreat. This is called avalanche, but Kedarnath region 2013. These are the steep slope and geological structure, the fault, joint, and fracture slope. This is the Darjeeling Himalaya, northeastern even the Western Ghat. This role plays an important. Landslide happen in the Western Ghats and the Himachal Pradesh because of the steep slope. You know, steep slope means continuously sudden jump, not the like particularly the other flow, but the steep slope. Remember, okay. Now, anthropogenic factors. What are the human induced factors? Deforestation. How deforestation contributes? Do remember, this is a, and here you are removing this, doing the deforestation. The soil holding capacity, the water holding capacity will be reduced, and that if rainfall will happen, the continuous water flow will lead to the lands. Means mass flow of soil will happen because of deforestation. Do remember, the reason is Nilgiris in the Tamil Nadu tea gardens. Now, unplanned the construction. The best example is Himalaya Char Dham project, Doshimat Uttarakhand subduction slope of destabilization 2023 example. This is a best example which explains the how the unplanned the construction will lead to the landslide. Okay. Now, mining and quarry. This mostly happen in the Jharkhand and Meghalaya. How this happens? You are just doing landslide like this. Okay. This is your path. This is subsurface, and in this mountain you are just drilling, and this drilling suddenly will collapse this surface. This will happen to the landslide. This led to the landslide. These are the anthropogenic factors. Then poor drainage and urbanization. Mumbai suburban slide, Ghatkopar 2000. If you see the Mumbai area, Mumbai was built on these 7 islands, and one of the 7 islands is like this Ghatkopar, the continuously making the mass, then the drilling, urbanization, encouragement on the natural land. This lead to the landslide, huge population burden. Then agriculture expansion in the hilly area, terracing, irrigation, terrace farming, and everything instability, Meghalaya shifting cultivation. These are the anthropogenic factors which lead to which causes the landslide. Now, what are the consequences of landslide? Because this is important. Then environmental consequences, soil destruction, then forest degradation, soil carbon, then particularly the loss of biodiversity. All these are the environmental factors. Now tell me, what are the economic factors? As we are in our first topic, we have discussed the railway infrastructure. Just think about the railway infrastructure. Konkan railways, most famous Konkan railways. Why not? Breakdown of the infrastructure. Second, with the loss of lives. There is one report around, since in last 1 decade, 10,000 plus people died because of the landslide incidents. Loss of lives. This is also one of the important impact of the landslide. Okay. Then the damage of the infrastructure, railroad, J&K highway, then social damage, displacement, Himachal Pradesh, displacement of the people, mental trauma, social emotional trauma, and overall may this impact the political stability and the political environment of the particular region. Okay. Then health issues, as I health injury determine the mental health issue is also one of the factors. Now the national security. Just think about the border areas, breaking the lines, Siachen Glacier, support breakdowns if landslide and in this area, avalanche will happen, but the northeast in India, just think of what will happen. Okay, so overall, this may not may this causes the particular impacts of landslide. Then how we can measure, how we can contain the landslide? There are multiple factors by which even NDMA guidelines talks about the landslide, like use of geostructural measures, non-structural measures, international cooperation, and particularly adoption of the new technology. In structural measures, use of geotextiles to prevent the landslide. If you see, while going to the hilly areas, there are certain like bunds, bunds prepared. There are geotextiles used to protect if something is coming, land, soil, or is coming, then it can protect the road and infrastructure. Okay, so these are the way forward for the landslide. The structural measures: retaining walls, rock bolting, then the clearing slope, then the non-structural hazardous zonation mapping, landslide GIS, landslide suspicious stability map, then early warning system. Also we can establish the particular areas. Sustainable urban development. Then sustainable urban development, apart from this particular balancing the environmental concerns in the Himalaya region. Okay, bioengineering techniques, BRO road, and this BRO UPSC has asked the question. Then the sustainable, then policy, institutional, national landslide risk management strategy, NDMA guidelines, technological forecasting. As I mentioned, the use of advanced technology, use of the forecasting technology, where the potential zone zonation mapping and planned urbanization, planned road construction, sustainable road construction. Okay, this will help to reduce the landslide. Apart from this, domestic measures, even India is a member of binding agreement of Sendai framework, which talks about the prevention and measurement of the disasters. Okay, so international cooperation, particularly in the border area, is paramount important to get the idea to avoid the such kind of incidences. Okay, there are around 600 plus landslide happen in the last decade. So these incidences become triggered by multiple factors, and climate change is one of the factors. We have to think twice before. The climate change is not only a future issue, but it is a present issue. We have to deal with climate change in a very comprehensive way at a domestic level also and at international level also. Denying it, rejecting is not a way forward, but accepting the problem and cooperating and handling the resolving the problem is the way forward, particularly the climate change. Already damage has started. Just imagine the relentless rainfall happening in the Himachal Pradesh, happening in the Punjab, and even the Maharashtra, in the Andhra Pradesh, Telangana. The most factor for all this is climate change. We have to act on this climate change, and not only we, but at the international community should act. Domestically we should act, locally we should act. Okay, so this is the hierarchy. This hierarchy should be act. So this kind of disasters, particularly the talking about the, just a minute, these disasters can be reduced, at least its influence can be reduced by landslide, by the particularly taking collective action, collective responsibility is a way forward for such kind of disasters. Now next topic is community based preparedness. I have discussed the, our next topic is national water mission. As I discussed the climate change, this national water mission is one of the, okay, so now national water mission. What is national water mission? Can you tell me? Government of India launched in 2010 national action plan on climate change. In this perspective, government of India launched 8 submissions, and in these eight submissions there is one more mission, that is a, okay, now some important calls, particularly from family. Okay, now come back to the national action plan on the climate change. Government of India or the means India as a whole is acting very proactively. India is only one of the country in the G20 members which is able to its fulfill the Paris Agreement commitment. Okay, and now in this domain, Government of India launched the National Perspective Action Plan, and this one of the submission in that national action plan on the climate change is National Water Mission. What is National Water Mission? Its importance, its components, its significance, policies under it, and overall the role of the National Water Mission. And why we are going to discuss this? It has organized the Sujalam Sufalam Bharat vision of the Sujalam Bharat. Okay, so do remember this. This is a National Water Mission. Why in the news organize the particular in the PIB? You can go through the PIB. Even we will also provide you the PDF. Okay. Now, what is National Water Mission? As I discussed the integrated water resource management approach, the water use efficiency and everything. Okay, National Water Mission is a part of. And what are the components of this integrated approach? Integrated particularly the water use efficiency, climate change adaptation, policy, data governance, and all these things. Okay, so comprehensive water database, climate change impact assessment, the citizen and state action cooperation between the citizen and state, then the increase the water use efficiency, integrated basin level management. Okay, so all these are the particularly National Water Mission. 4 components: involvement of the state, involvement of the citizen, collecting the data, and forecasting the particularly impact of the climate change to water. Okay, water is very important. Either groundwater, surface water, ocean water. Okay, water is backbone of the civilization, and that if you see all the ancient civilizations, they were set up around the source of water. Indus Valley civilization, then Roman civilization. Name itself shows the Indus Valley around the Indus River. Do remember this. Okay, so waters become important in this dimension, and these are the 4 components of National Water Mission. Now, how the National Water Missions plays important role? This is collecting the data, providing the security, then provide even if you the groundwater dynamics report. Groundwater dynamic report of Ministry of Jal Shakti has shown that there is a decrease in India's groundwater usage TMC. Okay, from 247 to 239 from the 2017 to 2022. Okay, this has further reduced in 2025. Okay, so these are the importance of National Water Mission. Policy convergence, integration with the local initiatives, then the community innovation, the groundwater governance, flood and runoff management, technological adaptation. So these are the importance of National Water Mission. Okay, National Water Mission has launched several initiatives, but this is the important: conservation of water, providing the sustainable water for the agriculture, then the environmental sustainability of the water. Sujalam Bharat, Sujalam Bharat, Sujalam Sufalam Bharat. Do remember this term because you can use this particularly. Now, in India, what are the water conservation issues? All these are the particularly water conservation, and National Water Mission has ambitious target. But can you imagine which country in world has largest extracting the groundwater? That is India. Wastage of water, water pollution, then the scarcity of water, then the water flooding, then the lack of the availability of the water for the urban areas, water discrimination of water apartheid is going on, in particularly in urban areas. Some areas getting 24 hours water and other areas are not getting water. Okay, or that is water apartheid. Water apartheid movement is undergoing. Okay, water over extraction, fragmentation of governance, water. And do you know the how many agencies managing the water issue? National Water Commission, then National Groundwater Authority and Board. Okay, then National Perspective Plan, National Interstate Water Agency. There are multiple agencies working under the National Ganga Mission, Namami Gange project. The separate is there. separate council is there for the water. So these are the multi-agency fragmentation of the functions. Okay, so do remember this kind of things. Now, various initiatives to promote the water conservation. Jal Shakti Abhiyan, National Water Mission, the collaboration with the other missions. Okay, first is Jal Shakti Abhiyan. What is Jal Shakti Abhiyan? To provide the water, to conserve the water. Water committees, then the special water. I mean, earlier there was a combined ministry. Now, river specific plan, the e-flow management of the e-flow. Okay, so do remember all these initiatives. National perspective plan on the interlinking of the river, then the establishment of the Ministry of Jal Shakti, then the scientific analysis of the water resources, and Atal Bhujal Yojana, other Atal Bhujal Yojana for the groundwater, even the diversification of crops to reduce the groundwater extraction in the Himachal, in the Haryana, Punjab belt. Okay, so these are initiatives which are promoting the usage water use efficiency. Okay, and reducing the usage. Even the Mihir Shah committee suggests the one water approach. Okay, Mihir Shah committee, then the National Groundwater Dynamics report, all these kind of the reports and official data, official name should be come in your answer while writing the any question on the National Water Mission, issues related to water related the policies and way forward. Okay, by this note, I am going to forward to next topic of our discussion. Then the Fasal Bima, then means related to water scheme institutional framework. Okay, so what is our next topic is, let me show you. Abhidhamma Divas celebrated to deepen the understanding of Buddhist thoughts. This is very important for each GS. And why I mention the each GS? In GS1, direct topic is there, culture and art contribution. In GS2, IR concept, you can use this. In GS3, the approach related to in GS4, if you see, there was one question, the teachings of relevance of the teachings of this recently 2025 question, Mahavira 2025 question, the contribution and the relevance of the Mahavira teaching in the present time. Similarly, there will be the question on there had earlier question on the contribution and the relevance of the Buddha Nanak Jayanti teaching in the Nanak teaching relevance in the GS4. So do remember this dimension. Before that, what is Abhidhamma Divas and Abhidhamma Pitika? This is why yesterday there was their International Abhidhamma Day 2025 celebrated between this is the why in the news contest. Now, what is Abhidhamma Day? Abhidhamma Day contributes the Buddhist Abhidhamma Day Tattva-mimsa. Tomkimasa heaven of this okay, Mahayana, Mahamaya of his mother, that symbolizes the transmission of the profound, particularly this thing. Now tell me, Arahita Sirapattu, what is the Abhidhamma Pitika? There are three Pitikas of Buddhism. Okay, and this Abhidhamma Pitika is one of the important. What exactly constitutes the Abhidhamma Pitika? There are components. Technical term I am not remembering, but the still Dhamma Sangani, okay, Vivanana, then Dotukatha, then Pagalpatda. Okay, so do remember these names are difficult to remember. Even I am also not able to remember, but you can just cram it and just remember. These are the parts of Abhidhamma Pitika. Might be UPSC will ask the term related with which religion. Like in 2023, they asked the particular the terms related Sayyavada, okay, Sarve Satvavada related with the which religion. Okay, so these terms are related to the Abhidhamma Pitika, Buddhism, religion, broader idea. Now, Buddhist ethics teaching present relevance. In such kind of questions, if they ask the relevance of the Nanak teaching, Buddha teaching, Mahavira teaching, Gandhi teaching, Swami Vivekananda teaching, in this use best approach. What is best approach? Use stakeholder approach for individual, for society, for family, for nation, for international community, okay, for any organization, for businesses, okay, for environmental sustainability. In this direction, just think about the individual mental well-being, Madhyamika Sarika, okay. This is the book written by the first century Nagasena. Okay, harmonizing the family life, social balance, ethical governance, social justice, sustainable environmental practices. See, for economy, Buddha always suggests the middle path. Similarly, like Aristotle. Aristotle suggested later, but the Aristotle copied the Buddha's path. Middle path, that is Madhyamika, middle path. Okay, for individual, for us also, it is very very important to follow the middle path. No right, no left, middle path. Path of righteousness, path of happiness. Okay, for society, it is important to be inclusive society, irrespective of the any caste, gender, religion, race, nothing. Inclusive idea. And for the nation, like diverse country like India, it is very, very important to follow the middle path, the path of Vasudeva Kutumbakam and Buddhism, how the some convergence, and most important, if you ask me, the present relevance of the path of middle path, path of peace suggested by the Buddha in the present Gaza-Israel conflict. Yesterday, we celebrated the second anniversary of the Gaza-Israel conflict on 7th of October 2023. Gaza launched the attack on the people and this killing of the people, ultimately dehumanizing the people's individuals' dignity. And the recent means, if you see the Russia-Ukraine conflict, all this becomes paramount, important to learn the lessons from the Buddhist teachings and Buddhist philosophy. The most important, Abhidhamma Pitaka. Okay, do remember this thing and do remember the terminologies related with the Abhidhamma Pitaka, various sects of Buddhism related with the particular the concept related to Buddhism, because Buddhism and Jainism is very very important topic for us in prelims also and mains also. Even in there was like Buddhist Stupa 2023 question. Every year there is one question on Buddhism. By these notes, I am going to national peace, environmental sustainability, global peace, and the educational youth empowerment, ethical technology, and see technological dimension. I forgot the technological dimension. Nowadays, the technology is threatening not only the individuals earning employment, but existence of the individual. Okay, so this is very very important dimension. Okay, so do remember this thing, because ultimately it is a technology. It should assist one common president. Technology is a good servant but a dangerous master, and this can be balanced by implementing the Buddhist philosophy. Okay, this is particularly in the context of this is overall about the Buddhist philosophy Abhidhamma Day. By this note, I am going to forward you a next topic. This is Competition Commission of India. Why this is in the news? PIB. There is direct news on the Competition Commission of India. Competition Commission of India has approved the two private sector entities merger acquisition, and what is the role in GS2. This topic is important. Organization institutions, and UPSC had asked the question on directly on this importance of composition mandate of the Competition Commission of India. Okay, so this is the Competition Commission of India. The Competition Commission of India has approved the significant investment deal in the. This is no need to remember, but you have to remember what is it. Composition of what is it? CSE 2002 Act. The main purpose of its composition consists of the chairperson 1 plus 6. Do remember this. Okay, 1 plus 6. This is important. 1 plus 6 is important overall the composition. What is the mandate and role of the prevent the anti-competitive agreements? Because CCI protect the MSME, okay, and larger over engulfing of the industries. This plays important role in, like, Google is acting against particular small country which is a similar business like Google. So this Competition Commission of India plays important role in this domain, because approval is needed from the Competition Commission in India if the two major companies are merging with each other. Okay, now the promote the promote and sustain the competition in Indian market, the review the merger and acquisition, then undertaking of the, okay, protect the consumers right. Okay, now let me show you, this is the mandate and success story. Can anyone tell me the what are the success story? Like Google issue, the recently the Competition Commission of India has imposed a penalty on the Google issue, successful merger of the, means the transformation of the, or transform of the ownership as shares, right, everything. Okay, so all these are the mandate and the success of the Competition Commission of India. Despite this, what are the composition, what are the criticism? Let me show you the criticism. Okay, ineffectiveness penalty collection, 240 crore is awarded. Okay, that means ki 18,000 crore penalty is awarded and collection is just this much. Ineffectiveness. Don't you think that this is a limiting the power of Competition Commission of India? This is a limit. Actually, who is implementing the order? Very limited. Then slow action against the tech giants, bigger companies. Okay, this is also one of the issue related with the digital marketing complexity. In the digital marketing, it is very difficult to understand who is acquiring which shares. Okay, because in digital marketing, like Art AI, Perplexity, then Chat GPT, in this domain, it is very complex to understand which company is acquiring what thing and which company are they violating the rule. This will help to protect the interests of consumers. US market entry involve the fears much lower than the competitors rapidly import. This is the example. This should not happen because ultimately it should help the businesses also and consumers also. Okay, so there are low final order issued. This the between issue only handful investigation orders. This is the criticism of the Competition Commission. Then what we can do? Digital Competition Act. Okay, there is Gaga Act, Digital Tax Act, Digital Regulation Act, Digital the special body. Competition Commission of India is okay for the domestic and the reduce the limit. There is presently 500 crore rupees, means merger below 500 crore rupees not investigation need approval of the Competition Commission of India. But above this, we need the approval. Do check this limit. Okay, do check this limit because might be this limit has changed in recent time. I don't have the idea, but do check this limit. So MSME will get protected. Okay, provide the digital access, use of technology, training to the staff, then the appointment of the members. Okay, all this becomes manpower, appointment, adaptation of the technology, reducing the limit, and handling and resolving the structural deficiencies, providing the uh, arms to collect the fund. These all measures can help to reduce the criticism of the Competition of Commission of India and make it more visible, make it more active in the India's rising emerging market. Okay, India is world's fourth largest economy, and it is important to regulate the antitrust, anti-predatory, means any predatory pricing mechanism. Okay, do remember in 2022 UPSC asked the question on the Competition Commission of India and the predatory pricing, what is floor ceiling, everything you should remember in related to the market domain. Okay, by these notes I am going to end our today's discussion, the global cooperation in case studies, today's overall our discussion. As by the end of the note, I let me what we have discussed: railway. Okay, then second, landslide. Then third one, Abhidhamma Divas. Then fourth one, National Water Mission. And fifth one, Competition Commission of India. Okay, so all these are important topics for your GS3, GS3, then the Abhidhamma Day, particularly the GS1, then the National Water Mission, once again GS1 also and GS3 also, Competition Commission of GS2. Okay, so all these are the important topics. Do revise. You will get the PDF of entire our five articles in the description link. Okay, given below. We will provide. By this note, I will end our discussion of today's current affair lecture. If anyone have any doubt, they can ask. They can drop a mail. Before that, I'm going to just tell you one thing. As days are going running like anything, not going running, and festive season, don't distract. If you don't want to distract, you should be attached with one procedure, and we under the Sankalp Sarthi providing you one exact procedure of how to study, what to study, and when to study. If any one of you is interested to join the Sankalp Sarthi mentorship program, do contact us on number given in the description link. Okay. By this end, take care of your health. We have contributing the environmental sustainability and contributing the nation building. Okay. Jai Hind.